Dragon here, Arkansas Combat Simulations After Action Report for Operation Bombshell. One of the things that I thought in this operation that really, I know why it was done. It was done just for simplicity's sake. We used a really quick, fast medic system. Everybody was a medic. You could just medic your buddy back in. That caused some problems in the dynamics of the game, I think, because there was times that you could have a buddy or two with you and get hit, and while you're being medicked or whatever, the other guy can't be hit, because he's behind cover, behind whatever, and all he's got to do is reach out and touch you. And it was unlimited that way, so you could literally sit there pretty much all day, take a hit, pull your rag, get medicked, other dude take a hit, and just keep back and forth like that, and no one could get anywhere because of that aspect. In future events, I'm hoping that there will always be some sort of rule in place that you can only be medic back in like so many amount of times, and then you have to go respawn. Or my personal favorite is actually every player has to carry an IFAC with bandages. They got 2 bandages in their IFAC. The medic, whatever kind of medic it is, whether it's an assigned medic or a battle buddy medic or whatever, you only get those 2 bandages. You have to use the bandages, and once you use up your bandages, you have to go to respawn or a casualty collection point of some sort. I'm hoping in the future that's way more events will roll, because that limits the amount of time that you can actually participate in combat and not be able to hold a location or a hard point position, indefinitely. That caused a lot of frustration with players too. It's like, well, we can't get in because we shoot this guy, his buddy medic him, and then shoots us. So while we're getting medic, he gets medic back in, and they got 2 fresh guys back in that spot. It did kind of create some issues that way, and that wasn't the administration's ideas on how that would go. They just wanted something quick and dirty to keep the action going, to keep everybody shooting, whatever. Let's see here. The combat flow of the game place was a little wonky. We didn't get to use as many of the bridges across the moat as originally planned, which led to a lot of bottlenecking and a lot of having to pass through enemy respawn areas to get to objective ends. And we're just going to chalk that up to is didn't have much of a choice in the matter. Because we weren't going to let people cross unsafe bridges. I walked across all of them myself, and there was some sketchy stuff, that has not been maintained out there. So I hope everybody didn't get too frustrated with that aspect of it. Let's see here. Point blank engagements. I seen guys leaning out the window with their, battle rifles, guys' heads like this far away from barrels. And people are shooting. They're not calling safety kills. They're, just shooting. And honestly, guys, whenever you're coming up in a structure or whatever, and you know that engagements are going to be close, you should not be using that battle rifle anymore. Draw your sidearm. If you don't have a sidearm, you need to buy one and use it. Start training yourself to use a CQB legal weapon for up-close engagements, and always, even those have a 5-foot minimum engagement distance on there. I mean, had I, been up close and, I had to get on to people several times about, just leaning around a corner and shooting somebody right there. It's not cool. But I understand too, adrenaline was high. Everybody was, getting over their frustrations and things of that nature. It's not like a super huge deal in the aspect of what went by, but it is a huge deal in aspect on a safety standard, on a safety level. The Outlaws, pride themselves on being one of the safest groups in the entire nation. Okay, they have a great track record. All right, and the only injury that I really can say, Pop-Tart got injured a little bit. He got his teeth knocked out by a barrel in the night game. He had problems with his knees, of course, but the only real injury we had all day was from one player who I don't know exactly what went on there, but he suffered a little bit of a heat exhaustion. He started come up a hill, was in combat, got hit, started moving out of the way, and then it just started puking everywhere. Like he couldn't hold his water down. So we got him off the field and got him hydrated, some electrolyte tablets, and our medical staff took care of him, gave him some cold packs and everything. But hydrate, guys. Water, water, water. Every event. You hydrate before the event. Start drinking water a week in advance. Get a lot of water intake. In the long run, that'll help you out. It doesn't matter if the weather's cooler. You still need to hydrate. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. All right. Well, that ends it for this portion of After Action Report, and I'll get to the next one here in a minute.